before the 1990 season even started, LaSalle was already tagged as the team to beat. Their championship core, led by June Limpot and John Del Cardel, are back, and the team further solidified their front line with the addition of Dwight Lago and Noli Locsin. The Green Archers got right down to business on opening day, clobbering the NU Bulldogs by 30 points, and went on to win all their games in the first round. However, 3 of those wins were eventually reversed, as the UAAP board ruled Locsin ineligible to play, as he allegedly has not yet completed his residency with LaSalle. The reason? He played in a 2-day tournament in Bacolod before the season. Despite the setback, LaSalle still managed to win all their elimination round games, which back then would have already been enough for them to be declared as the season champions. But instead, they would need to play it out in the finals, where they enjoy a twice-to-beat advantage for still being the top-seeded team. Standing in their way are the UE Red Warriors led by Bong, Ravena, and Jolly Escobar. Fresh from an inspiring playoff win over Ateneo for the second final seat, UE was all pumped up in Game 1, stunning the Green Archers 80-71 to force a winner-take-all match for the championship. But despite suffering their first official loss of the season, the defending champions were not to be denied of a back-to-back title, a feat they have not achieved even during their days in the NCAA. They sealed the deal in Game 2, winning 78-74. Limpot was again named League MVP for the second straight year. What made the championship even more special is the team getting a sense of vindication after the board denied them of a perfect season.
The 53rd UAAP basketball game. All the action, the excitement, the thrills of collegiate basketball. The 53rd UAAP basketball game.
It's put up or shut up time for both the University of the East Red Warriors and the LaSalle Green Archers. After 3 months of intense and grueling competition, the entire season boils down to just one game. The memories of long morning workouts, grueling road training, and punishing scrimmages will be wiped away with a single victory. Defeat hangs as an almost unimaginable thought. Yet only one team can come away with a championship trophy while the other looks on longingly. LaSalle had all the reasons to believe the crown was theirs, but that fateful Sunday afternoon, when they suffered their first official loss of the season, has pushed them on the brink. Has the pressure been too much for Derek Pumaren's charges? UE coach Ravena has his team believing they can do it, and the host school needs another reversal today to climax their long climb to the top. Is there one more upset in the Warriors' hearts? In 40 minutes, we shall find out if LaSalle can get that elusive back-to-back championship or be denied anew by the aggressive Warriors. It's the final game of the 53rd UAAP basketball season, and it promises to be another classic. LaSalle versus UE for all the marbles.
The World Boxing Council Heavyweight Champions.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, definitely this is it, Butch. There is no other place to be than here today. The final game of the 53rd UAAP basketball tournament.
Yes, if for the losers, there's no such thing as another tomorrow. There is next season, though, and that will be another long wait. So the best thing to do for UE and LaSalle, try to win this game and have a merry next couple of months, enjoying or basking in the glory of being the UAAP champions.
We do have just a few more minutes before we start, but definitely we'd like to get the thoughts of some of the players here. Let's move over to Catherine De Leon, who I think is with John Cadilla.
Okay, John Cadilla is here with me right now. I'd like to ask him about his views in the coming game. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, Catherine.
Ano bang feeling mo? This is the all-important game. Kumusta ang moral ng mga teammates mo?
Ang moral ng teammates ko, okay naman. Mataas ang moral namin yon.
Now, we've noticed that you have performed very well in the first game during the championship. You were able to penetrate very well at saka na-stop nyo yung top defense ng De La Salle. Ano naman ang instruction sa inyo ni Coach Ravena para sa larong ito?
Instruction namin, tulad ng dati na relax lang kami na wag magpapanik sa anumang crucial na pagkakataon.
Georgian, I'm just curious. Ikaw ba, balak mo ba talagang mag-establish ng career dito sa basketball? Do you intend to turn professional someday?
Yeah, balak.
Sino naman ang mga hinahangaan mo nga PBL o PBA players?
Sa PBA dalawa, si Pabiosa at si Hector Calma.
Why is that? Any special reason for that?
Yeah, because ano sila, point guard magaling miskarte. Yeah.
Okay, Georgian, thank you so much and good luck. Let me now turn you back to Seven Butch.
Thank you very much, Catherine. The score in the first encounter wherein LaSalle had just to win one more game was 80-71 in favor of UE. Of course, I think LaSalle was looking for the outside connection coming from either Villaplana, Lago, or Cardel, and it never happened in game number 1 in the second half.
That's correct, and that's why UE had a fine time defending the inside, clogging the lanes, making life difficult. Although Jun Limpot was able to come up with some baskets in that ball game, the general inability of the Archers to hit it from long range was the key reason why UE was able to exploit that defense and turn that defense into some transition baskets.
Okay, there's the opening buzzer, and we'll be back with you after these messages.
Fossilite B regularly. It helps sharpen your memory.
The championship match now continues.
On your screens, the UE Warriors, and what an uphill climb they have made. Not too many, and I will have to admit that not too many of us, even in our own panels, thought that UE would really make it. We sort of thought it would have been Adamson or maybe even UST, but UE, again, surprising everybody. Butch?
Well, UE's main problems, we thought, at the start of the season was size. They had a very small lineup. What we did not count on was the fact that their biggest new guy, Jolly Escobar, would come in like gangbusters, play as if he was a seasoned veteran, and provide the cement by which UE could glue themselves together. UE coming into this championship with 5 losses, which is as many as a possible champion here in the UAAP has had in several years.
It will be Limpot jumping against Escobar. And if we do appear like we're screaming here, ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to allow ourselves to be heard above the din of this crowd. It's a sea of green against a field of red and white. We are off to the final game. Here's Abanilla.
Well, the big surprise here in the starting units, Limpot's on the floor for LaSalle.
Limpot scores. Any particular reason for that move?
Well, this is a very important game, Seb, and although Bachman is a very good player, Limpot is probably the best player here in the UAAP right now, and that's why he's in there to get maximum mileage out of him.
Ravena gives it over to Escobar. Escobar drives and scores!
Good baseline move by Escobar. Limpot gave him that. We're tied.
Cardel inside to Abanilla, goes to Limpot, who drives to the deck. Wait a minute, a foul against Ohilia.
Let's run through the starting lineup, Seb. For UE, we have Kidilia and Ohilia in the backcourt, Villarias and Ravena on the wings, Escobar in the middle. For LaSalle, we have Lago, Limpot, and Dinglasan on the front line, Cardel and Abanilla in the backcourt.
A jam-packed Araneta Coliseum here. Abanilla goes over now to Dinglasan. Kidilia goes over now to Villarias.
That's
Ohilia. There's Casal. Cardel, 2 steps ahead. He flies and misses. Abanilla follows up and scores.
You could drop a pin on the LaSalle side of the Coliseum and it will not hit the floor, Sam. It's packed full of green shirts.
But behind us are a lot of red and white shirts.
Yes.
Here's Ravena. Ravena, double team on him. It's a zone defense for LaSalle. And a foul will be spotted. The officials, by the way, are Ben Retuya and Rolly Omampo.
Blocking foul is called on G. Abanilla. LaSalle was killed by the penetrations of Kidilia in the first game, and I'm sure they have some sort of game plan
to combat this. UE must also be very patient with their offense. They don't have as many rebounders, so chances for second shots might come few and far between.
Limpot controls of that miss by Ravena. Here comes Sabanilla, goes over to Lago. Lago scores!
These opening minutes are very important for UE. LaSalle has the ability to blow UE out here in the first half, and already they're up by 6 points.
And now Escobar with the rebound. Here's Cadilla. Cadilla will go now to Ohilia. They move the ball around. Here's Ravena. Pick provided by Villarreal. It's a pick and roll. Villarreal is underneath. He goes and scores! 8-4 ball game. LaSalle by 4.
Villarreal was the leading scorer in that game. He had 28 points for UE in that contest.
Abanilla goes over to Limpot. Limpot turnaround. It is not counted. 17 and a half to go. 8-4 ball game. LaSalle leading by 4. Escobar hooks it over now. And Cadilla is fouled going in, but he's guilty of the offensive foul. There's Abanilla. Abanilla goes over to Cardell. Cardell down to Limpot. Limpot releases. Scores! .59 remaining. Villarreal will make the inbound. Cadilla. Ravena has nowhere to go. They go back to Cadilla. Shot clock down to 21. Spin around that time by Ravena. Taken away by LaSalle. Pass. Taken away also by UE. And a foul in the backcourt. And we have a change in the lineup. Jonas Mariano will come in. And a half to go. Ravena goes over now to Cadilla. Inside now to Escobar. The fall away just short. And an over-the-top foul against Escobar.
That was a bit of over-aggression on the part of Escobar.
Ravena Dorata, of course, calling the shots for UE, and for LaSalle, it is going to be Derek Pumaran. Interesting story by Tito Talao. The fact that Derek Pumaran at one time played for Ravena Dorata in the UE Pages in the high school division. Meanwhile, a block inside. Mariano lost control of it. And it is outside for the Red Warriors. Cadilla trying to slice up the inside, fails. Escobar, fouled. As you take a look at your picture, ladies and gentlemen, on your screens are the UE fans. On the other side are the LaSalle fans. 10-4 is our score. LaSalle leading by 6. Escobar missing on the first. Escobar had only 5 points in the first game, which was won by the UE Warriors. Here's Dwight Lago going to Abanilla. Inside to Limpot, who's off to a very good start with 6 points. LaSalle's biggest lead, 7 points. Villarreal gets it back. They're all over Vernie Villarreal. Rather, Vic Villarreal, something is wrong with the headset of Butch Maniego. He's here, but he's unable to communicate with us. 15:09 to go, 12:05 to go. 12:05 is our score, rather. Meanwhile, all set to come in for LaSalle will be Teddy Monasterio. He's going to replace Abanilla. And now the big question mark in game number 1 was the fact that the backcourt of LaSalle was unable to contribute immensely to the LaSalle cause in game number 1. Inside now to Ohilia. He scores and slices down the LaSalle lead to 5. 12-7 is our count. Monasterio goes to Denglasan. The outside attempt won't go. Ravena controls. Here's the speedster, Kedilla. He will try to move inside. Ohilia is jammed. Escobar trying to keep it alive. Picked up by Teddy Monasterio. Monasterio moving quickly into his front court. Wisely waits for his teammates. Over now to Jonas Mariano. Free for a 3. Won't go. Rebound Escobar. Kedilla applies the brakes. Jump shot won't go. Lago has it. Each side having one crack at the hoop. Kedilla trying to ball hawk against Monasterio. Here's Jonas Mariano moving well. He scores. to 7. LaSalle by 7 points. Ohilia. Escobar. Ohilia fires a 3-point shot. This one is up and out. Rebound controlled by June Limpot. Quickly now to Ted Monasterio. Monasterio moving quickly. Taken away by Kedilla. Kedilla is confronted by the giant, June Limpot. And an offense. No, it's a blocking foul against Limpot. to 7 is our count. 13:37 to go. Limpot is now replaced by Bachman. Limpot gave LaSalle some instant offense, scoring quickly 6 points. Meanwhile, Kedilla scores 14-8. Kedilla scores on both charities. 14-9 is our count. 5-point lead. This has been a familiar refrain here. A foul against LaSalle. Jonas Mariano guilty of an offensive foul. Let's see if you can say something already.
I think I'm back.
Okay. There's no truth to the rumor you ate some sandwiches while you were away.
No.
Okay, okay. So far, what are your thoughts so far as this ball game has moved into a 14-9 count in favor of LaSalle?
Well, UE tried to go with what worked for them in the first game, but LaSalle seems prepared for such incursions. Well, that's something UE did not really show too much in the first game. Ravena's ability to go to the hoop strong. On the other hand, for LaSalle, the early changes of Monasterio and Mariano coming in for Cardell and Abanilla expected to jolt UE a little bit.
14-10.
And shows also LaSalle's willingness to get into the running game with UE.
Three-point lead by LaSalle. Here's Jonas Mariano. It's a Vic Bong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Roel Nadurata is wearing the same shirt he wore last Sunday.
Yes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
Don't even wash it. Well, you can see that LaSalle scored only 2 points in their last 5 possessions, and the UE defense has picked up a little bit.
Okay, Dinglasan free for a 3-point shot, air ball. Dinglasan has tried twice, but missed, and a foul against
Aguilar
was inside for the first time.
Yeah, that's Tito Aguilar who has come in for Jolly Escobar.
Villaplana comes in. (14-11). Well, this is collegiate basketball with all the hardships and everything of bringing this to you. There's bound to be a lot of people, a lot of noise, a lot of excitement.
Great block on Mariano, and LaSalle turns the ball over. Well, you're right. These players are playing only for the love of the school, probably a scholarship, but they're really giving it their all, and here goes Ravena again.
Ravena has been a big name here in the early goings. He has 4 points, 1-point lead. Enjoyed. Not anymore. Enjoyed, huh?
Yes.
Long distance 3-point shot. Villaplana. Cadilia, drop pass over now to Bong Ravena. Ravena forced to dribble out. Ravena gets it back. One-handers on the way, won't go. Aguilar scores.
Ohilia did a great job of keeping the ball alive for UE, and Aguilar, all he had to do was put it in.
We've hardly had any rest in this first quarter, or in this first half for that matter. Bachman gets a roll. Okay, it's an error that time by Ravena, who could not handle the basketball. Meanwhile, here's Ted Monasterio. Teddy moving into his front court. Teddy applies the brakes. Goes over to Dwight Lago. Dwight will have to produce in this ball game. He's always played well against UE.
That's correct. He's been in double figures in every game.
Lago won't go on the shot. Bachman collects it. Wanted to go to his favorite hook shot, but Lago cut up the inside.
6-point lead once again for LaSalle.
LaSalle screaming for defense.
A slip by Cadilia. At least in this ballgame, UE avoiding the pitfalls of foul trouble which plagued some of their key players.
Okay, we're going to move into our first timeout, and it's timeout for Sustagen with 23 Resistencia Builders.
UAAP Championship match now continues.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. You are watching the 53rd UAAP, the final game here on Islands TV 13. This is Sam Sarmento together with my usual Thursday twin. Well, we weren't able to work last Thursday, and we're now working on Sundays, getting to like it.
This is probably the biggest crowd we've seen
in a long time.
In a long time.
Yes. Well, this is collegiate basketball at its finest, huh? Meanwhile, Bachman with a familiar hook, blocked by Escobar, but LaSalle is doing a good job off the boards.
Lago once again coming through. Lago has averaged 17 points per game against UE.
Ravena took a casual jumper. Here's Lago with a good catch!
LaSalle is on a roll again.
Excellent camera work being caught by our director, Ramon Romano. You saw Derek Pumaran raging there. Villarias is underneath. Oh boy, he's so tough. Okay, in just a short while, we'll get the latest from Chino Trinidad as he was there in the huddle of both benches. Chino, take it away.
DLSU stormed to a big lead because of good defense, and that bothers the coach of UE, Nadurata. He wants his boys to not to get rattled rather, and take it from the outside. Don't force it inside. And Nadorato noticed that LaSalle entered the penalty, so he wants the boys to fish for the fouls and go for the basket. That's all said. Back to you now.
Very much, Chino Trinidad. Meanwhile, error by Villaplana. Quidilla soars, misses the shot. Loose ball foul.
There will be a loose ball foul on number 17. That's Ray Mendez, who was not a key factor in UE's drive to the championship game this season.
The lead is 7 points, 25-18. Bachman drops it inside to Dwight Lago. Lago changes direction and scores. He's up for a good start. He has 10 points.
I think UE should start setting picks for Villarreal to shoot from the outside. They haven't been able to get to him.
Escobar, spin around, yes. Finally, UE has something to cheer about again. They have cut down the lead to 7. Villaplana.
That's a two-pointer.
Pitch to Ravena. Ravena with a good catch, defying the defensive stand. Inside, Ravena.
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go is the right word. Monasterio cautiously dropping it to Lago.
Lago now with 12 points.
A foul on Jonas Mariano.
His second. It's going to be a 1-and-1 for UE.
And we have a change in the lineup, a new pace.
Mons Castello coming in for Jonas Mariano.
Each side trying to pull up a surprise here. Well, we have a timeout, Butch Maniego, and we'll be right back. Timeout for Sister Jen with 23 Resistencia Builders.
Championship match now continues.
Welcome back to the Araneta Coliseum. The entire college basketball world is here. This is the 53rd UAAP. LaSalle is off to a blazing start, 31-20. And now we'll tell you about an interesting heavyweight championship fight later on, and which will come your way here on it will be shown on Friday, October 26th. We'll tell you about it in just a short while. Meanwhile, Villarreal has just scored on his first. All set for his second. Okay, Teddy Monasterio. Score stands at 31-22. There's Bachman. Bachman has nowhere to go. Lago fumbles, recovers. Back to Dwight Lago. Castello. Villaplana, two-pointer, no. Rebound controlled by Ravena. He had a piece of the ball but could not hang on to it. Steal. Counter steal. Castello. Counter steal.
Wild sequence here.
Yes!
And De Los Santos says enough of everything.
Kanina pa eh.
Kanina pa eh.
31-24. Castello. Here's Dwight Lago. So far has scored 12. Bachman. No. Escobar. Here's De Los Santos.
UE now playing a swarming defense type to try and rattle LaSalle.
Villarreal inside to Ravena. It's tapped away. Castello goes over to Teddy Monasterio. It's a 3-on-2. Monasterio is fouled.
Foul going in by De Los Santos.
Okay, here's that boxing bout we were telling you about at the Manila Midtown Hotel. Watch for the exclusive presentation live via satellite as it actually happens from the Mirage Hotel, Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. The moment of truth as we're going to have the world heavyweight champion. This is Buster Douglas,
yes.
I do believe, against
Evander Holyfield.
You're very good with boxing nowadays, huh? So watch it there and do get tickets right. We have a timeout, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Sister Jen with 23 Resistencia Builders.
UAAP Championship match now continues.
Welcome back, 31 to 24, 7 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. I understand we have an interesting halftime feature, Butch. Why don't you tell us about it?
Yes, we will have a very special MTV of the song Domino Dancing featuring the first championship game between the UE Red Warriors and the LaSalle Green Archers. The highlight film coming your way at halftime.
Okay. Don't forget that this coverage is also brought to you in cooperation with Swift, Sweet, and Juicy Hot Dog. Meanwhile, Monasterio makes it 32 to 24. Has UE made the adjustment already?
Well, they have, but LaSalle continues to burn here in the first half.
A new
Defense
face.
will have to pick up.
Butch, we were just about to mention the new face in the UE lineup is the spinner. That's Eddie Mendez.
Eddie Velasquez.
Velasquez, rather.
Well, they need an additional rebounder, and he usually comes in to give Bong Ravena a rest.
Eddie Boy Velasquez, 6'2", 180 pounds, born on February 6, 1970. Meanwhile, this is Victor Villarreal.
We can call him the Hammer. He is the leading free throw shooter in the UAAP, converting about close to 90% of his free throws. By and large, at least 10% better than the next guy.
(32 to 26), 7 minutes and 8 seconds remaining.
UE hanging around, Seb.
Again, their favorite way of doing things against LaSalle. But keep in mind, the games between these two have always been close. Traveling by Bachman. Here's Eddie Boy Velasquez, the spinner. Field goal percentage, Butch.
LaSalle shooting very well. A lot of them coming on layups. UE forced to shoot from the outside. Not bad, 50%.
De Los Santos. Villarreal asking for the opening. He's rejected. Guste was there, but wait a minute, there's a foul.
Foul will be on Vic Villarreal. That'll be his second.
UE fans are up on their feet.
Ravena will come back into the ballgame for Vic Villarreal.
Well, they're right behind us. They're actually the fans that you can see opposite of your screens are the LaSalle fans.
Bachman, front end of the 1-and-1 goes. 6:33 to go in the first half. LaSalle has led all the way here in the first half of play.
34 to 26. LaSalle is in front by 8, 6 and 27 to go.
De Los Santos now calling out the signals for UE.
There's Eddie Boy Velasquez, goes over to De Los Santos. Ravena.
Here's a triple team on Escobar. Foul will be called on Bachman. That's 3 on Dicky Bachman.
And Lago will come back in for Bachman.
Well, Lago was really a high-impact player in the first half for LaSalle. That will move Guste, Arnel Guste, to the center position.
Escobar has been quite a revelation here in the UAAP.
Premature lane violation.
Derek Pumaran, he wants this.
Yes.
But of course, Roel Nadurata, he wants it too. Big rebound, yes. Monasterio. Castello goes over to Dwight Lago. Dwight asking for a pick, can't find an open man. Goes over to Monasterio. Ball tapped away, it's in the hands of Castello. LaSalle still has it. Guste scores!
Eye in the sky play for Arnel Guste.
Velasquez, De Los Santos. Velasquez fouled by Castello.
And right now the UE offense is in disarray. They're not able to find the open man despite the constant double teaming of LaSalle. In the first game, they used to attack right down the middle. Every time LaSalle went to double teaming on the wings. But this game, their ball movement not as fluid.
Eddie Boy Velasquez is on the line. Huey beginning to miss from the 15-foot line.
That's right.
Eddie Monasterio. Goes over to Dwight Lago. Lago so far with 12 points in the ball game.
Near steal by Ravena, but the ball goes out. 5:26 to go in the first half. Both teams are in the penalty. Only one timeout left remaining in the first half, and it belongs to LaSalle.
Monasterio. Villa Plana.
Foul whistle. Goes against Escobar. 2 on Escobar. Kidilia will be sent back into the ball game. Coming in for Tinghohilia.
Don't forget that here at the UAAP, we have one official basketball, and that's the only one we use, Mikasa. 36-26. Here's Eddie Villaplana. He's shooting a 2-on-2, 2 foul shot situation as it was in the act of shooting. We are filled up here at the Araneta.
LaSalle now with their biggest lead of the game at 12 points, 38-26, 6-0 run. Kidilia back on the floor. Ravena, too deep.
Difficult shot. Eddie Monasterio. Kidilia trying to ball hawk. Monasterio moves toward the left wing. Dwight Lago, give and go to Monasterio. Yes!
And Monasterio has really made a contribution to LaSalle since coming into the ball game for Gia Bonilla early on.
Well, he has the height edge against the Bonilla and the height edge against this guy, Kidilia. Kidilia goes to Ravena, shot clock down to 12, and a foul against LaSalle.
Lago was caught holding on to Escobar as he made the cut or the slide inside.
(40-26) is our score. Jolly Escobar down with only 5 points, and they've been missing terribly.
That's the third time that UE has missed the front end of a 1-and-1 here in the first half. Escobar has been pulled out in favor of Aguilar.
And Villarreal will prepare to come back in, pulling out De Los Santos.
So what UE wants to do now, they move Villarreal to the backcourt, hoping to get a mismatch up front.
Guste. Some fans of UE on your picture. Villa Plana still in the backcourt. Eddie Monasterio being hounded by Kidilia. Foul on Monasterio.
Yes, Kidilia just took the ball away from him.
Roel Nadurata pleased with that development. (40-26).
Kidilia at the front end of a 1-and-1. That's the first conversion for UE from the foul line in quite some time.
Yes, the foul shooting of UE has been miserable, especially on 1-on-1 situations. 40-28, the biggest lead of LaSalle, 14 points at 40-26. Monasterio escaping from Kidilia, pulls up, scores! Okay. 42 to 28, 4:09 to go. .409 remaining.
One more for Villarreal.
And the rebound is picked up by Costello. What has been evident is that both coaches have dug in a little deeper into their benches today, Butch.
Yes. They need a little extra from everyone. And you don't need to give players motivation because they know this is a championship game.
No two questions about it, huh?
They're going to have a foul called on Velasquez.
And a change in the lineup. Velasquez will move out. Escobar is back in.
So now they move into the Twin Towers alignment with Escobar and Aguilar on the floor at the same time, hoping to combat LaSalle's big edge on the rebound plays.
We did not see too much of this combination in game one.
Yes. Although UE had resorted to this at various times in the elimination round.
A miss by Costello. Escobar controls.
Now let's see if they will go to the mismatch. Ravena posting up.
Over now to Villarreal. Guidilla launches it to Escobar. Tapped away by Costello. Could be a foul on Costello. He's third.
Well, Costello's done a good job creating havoc on the UE offense. And as we mentioned, big edge for LaSalle in rebounds, 14 against 6.
Other vital statistics, total fouls, LaSalle has committed 18 and 11 against UE, but UE has not taken full advantage of this edge.
And there are not really that many players of LaSalle in foul trouble because of their deep bench. They can, anytime somebody picks up a foul or two, he can be replaced. Escobar. Escobar likes two free throw situations, but he hates one and ones.
There's pressure down. Escobar 6'3", Monasterio. His shot kisses the iron. Here comes Huey on a fast clip. They're down by 11. Villarreal scoots in. He scores.
Coast-to-coast drive by the hammer, Vic Villarreal.
Guidilla might just force a turnover, a push against Lago.
Well, I just heard, Vic Villarreal has the best body of a person with VV on the male side.
Okay, it looks like we will need this break. We have a timeout called by LaSalle, and it's timeout for Sistigen with 23 Resistance Builders.
Match now continues.
Welcome back to the Araneta Coliseum. This is the 53rd UAAP on Islands TV 13. What you're hearing behind us are the UE fans, and they sense that their team might just be coming back, Butch.
Yes. And this guy will have to play a key role in that comeback.
So far, Ravena with 6 points. 9-2 run enjoyed by the UE Warriors. Abanilla back in the ballgame. Cardel has been on the bench for the most part of this first half. Bachman.
Great save.
Gia Abanilla against Guidilla. That's a foul.
Guidilla has been trying to pick the pockets of the LaSalle point guards the whole afternoon, and he gets his second personal foul. Well, UE must not get into a fouling contest with LaSalle because their bench is not as deep as the Archers.
You know, the UE fans behind us, or even the LaSalle fans, they paid for some very highly priced seats, but they have hardly sat down so far.
Yes. I think you now pay for the space, not the seat.
It's like a concert in London.
Yes.
Like the one on by Madonna last night in Barcelona. Abanilla second, it will count.
9-point lead for LaSalle, but UE has managed to stick around. They could have been blown out, but great resilience on the part of the Warriors.
44-35. Resilience is a good word, and that's what the US displayed so far. Here's Villarreal. Padilla, high looper, won't go. Good rebound by Castello, who took the ball away from Escobar. Abanilla, Bachman. Abanilla is open. Shot clock reads 15. Villaplana won't go. Escobar controls. Escobar with his 5th rebound. Here's Villarreal changing direction. Scoots in. Misses. Rebound goes into the hands of Ravena. Won't go. He gets it back. And somebody fouled him downstairs. Excellent effort by Ravena.
Ravena was wide open, in fact, but UE could not get the ball to him early enough. He will have to get his points the hard way from the foul line. Bachman just committed his 4th personal foul, and Limpot, broken nose and all, will have to come back. No truth to the rumor, he had a nose job.
You can see the LaSalle green and white flags. Earlier you caught the UE red and white flags. Ravena. Escobar. Flies. Misses. They will get it back. Outside to Ravena. And Ravena wisely calms down the offense.
1:50 to go here in the first half.
And what a first half it has been. Go, go, go all the way. Padilla. Shot clock down to 16.
Awesome zone by LaSalle.
Yes, airtight. Look at the way it rotates.
7 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Ravena releases with 5 to go. Villarreal, yes!
He has to get it going from the outside. That's very important. He has to find a way to stretch the defense of LaSalle.
44-37, a minute and 15 seconds to go. Here's Abanilla going over to Villaplana. Jump hook, won't go. He tries to get it back. Misses. June Limpot is fouled by Villarreal.
Villarreal trying to get him from the blind side. Great gang rebounding tactics by LaSalle. And here comes the masked marauder to the 15-foot line.
It took too long. He violated the 5-second rule.
Yes. That's a very rare call, actually. Probably bothered Limpot enough for him to miss that 2 charities.
Chance now for UE to come in closer. Guste tapping it out.
Careless pass thrown by Kidilla. That's, yes.
Tonichi Ituri, for some time, played for LaSalle.
Yes.
Baseline attack by Villarreal. Have there been enough screens for Villarreal?
Not enough, I believe, Seb.
But you get the feeling he seems to be refusing the screens. Parang naiilang siya sa screen na masyadong obvious. I think he'd rather come off back picks and cross screens. Meanwhile, a warm round of applause for
Match now continues.
of LaSalle, 6'2", 157.
Of course, his father used to be a player. That's Orly Castello.
Used to coach also for Tagway.
Villarreal has quietly assembled 16 points already.
As I promised you, we'll show you the UE red and white flags. Limpot, 44-39, Limpot scores.
Great stretch by Limpot.
46-39. Over now to Ravena.
Final half minute here in the first half.
Villarreal, air ball. Aguilar, blocked by the board. Aguilar follows up.
Great second effort by Aguilar. 4 points now for him. Last shot time for LaSalle.
And the lead is just 5 points. Abanilla. Drop pass, block. Timing up for one final shot. Yes! We will pause and bring you everything exciting about the first half and the halftime palabas after these.
Now continues.
Coming to you here on Islands TV 1-3, and the LaSalle cheerleaders as of now on the floor doing their familiar bow and arrow pose. Meanwhile, our staff prepared something special about the first game, which UE won 80-71. By the way, the score here is 46-43, with LaSalle trying to hang on to a 3-point lead. We used domino dancing as our theme to give you the special highlights of game number 1. You know, there's a bit of nostalgia here today. This is our last UAAP coverage for the year, but definitely we've enjoyed every minute of it. We are now on a different channel on Islands TV 1-3, but at the same time we had a great opportunity to cover one of the best seasons of the UAAP, which...
Yes, very exciting. Some controversy, excitement, of course. A lot of comeback victories, a lot of nail-biting finishes. We had it all here in the 1990 UAAP season, and there's more to come. We still have the second half of play here in our final game. And just before we give you the halftime analysis...
Okay,
yes,
I think Kathy De Leon has somebody with a secret identity.
Yes.
Okay, Kathy, let's see who you're going to talk to, the man with the mask.
June Limpot is our personality for the halftime break. Good afternoon, June.
Good afternoon.
June, I'd like to ask you about last week's game, ano? Na-derail kayo ng UE last Sunday. Would you say na talagang malakas ang UE Warriors?
Sa ngayon talagang malakas sila, parang lahat kondisyon. Talagang lahat nung last game namin parang gusto talaga nilang manalo. Kaya ngayon parang kailangan namin na manalo din talaga, yung we want it badly this game.
At the start of the game, mukhang very strong ang dating ninyo, but it seemed like nakakahabol ang UE. What would be the adjustments in the offing for the second half?
Kailangan ibalik namin yung aming intensity namin, kailangan may balik yun. Parang nag-relax lang dahil lumamang na nga kami.
June, ano masasabi mo dun sa mga observations na ang key match-up daw ngayon ay yung sa inyo ni Jolly Escobar?
Wala akong masabi tungkol dun.
What can you say about Jolly Escobar?
A good player.
Now, what are the plans of the alumni if in case you complete this back-to-back title run?
Wala pang plano kami. Basta ang goal namin yung manalo yung championship na to. Yun lang.
Thank you very much, June, and we wish you all the best in this game. At this point, let me now turn you back to the panel.
Okay, thank you very much. But I think whether they win or lose, one of their managers, Mr. Vic Villavicencio, will definitely treat them to either Kamayan or Saisaki or
Island Fisherman.
Island Fisherman. But I'm sure the UE alumni, wherein Attorney June Celis is also one of the main architects, they've decided to they might as well give something special also to the team.
Definitely.
Okay, Butch, how about analyzing what happened in the first half?
Well, with the help of the statistics, which will be flashed on the screen, we can see LaSalle, as we mentioned, a lot of layups, 58% shooting from the field, 44% only for UE. UE with a great effort late in the second half to pull even as far as the rebounds are concerned. UE, however, must cut down on their turnovers, which is an offshoot of their very fast game.
Okay, Chino Trinidad, before we have the jump ball, let's go over to you and check as to what both coaches told both sides. Chino?
Thank you very much, Seb. First, Coach Nadurat of UE told these boys that let us try to run them down. Let us try to up-tempo the ball game and fish for those fouls. And he wants the triple teaming on Limpot to be applied on him again. And on the other hand, Coach Derek Pumaren wanted these boys to avoid the unnecessary fouls. But during the game or during that halftime break, both coaches are concerned about the pressure that this halftime would entail. So he told both coaches told the boys rather that don't mind the crowd, play for me and don't play for the crowd. That's all, Seb. Back to you now.
Okay, thank you very much, Chino. And I think they really waited for you to finish because your camera was right in front of everybody else. So that's what you call you're truly special, Chino Trinidad.
Yes, and of course, how can you ignore 18,000 screaming people? That will be the test for both clubs here in the second half.
Okay, 46-43. Now, what must LaSalle not do in the second half to avoid any complications towards the end?
Well, for one thing, they have to get off to a quick start. They've been able to do that in a lot of their games here in this UAAP season. Start out strong in the second half and then coast. UE, on the other hand, they must not allow LaSalle to break away. And they must try to hang around for as much as they could. And then hopefully try to pull it out in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Abanilla momentarily lost it. They go to Dinglasan, nearly traveled. That's one thing Rafa will have to take off from his game. That early hop. Jun Limpot is tagged from behind. Could be Escobar. Let's wait for the official call.
If it's Escobar, that's 3. 3 fouls now on Jolly Escobar. It's just a 3-point ball game. The biggest lead of LaSalle was at 14 points. Back at 40-26. So big 17-6 run by UE towards the end of this of the first half enabled them to pull to within 3.
Dinglasa, corner shot won't go. Whoever wins this ball game, we're going to have the entire victory celebration later on. Escobar with a shuffle, a sprint down the baseline, and that's where he wants to operate.
Yes. He's being forced in the middle in the first parts of the ball game that towards some help defense, but that time he got all alone down the baseline.
Escobar with 11 points, 1 point lead.
Ravena is called for the foul. Cardell was a non-entity in the first half. And let's see if he can pick up his game here in the second. Ravena now has 2 personal fouls, 2 team fouls. Of his game here in the second. Ravena now has 2 personal fouls, 2 team fouls on UE.
I think John Cardell is also eager to make up for whatever he was not able to do in game number 1, wherein his entire school was hoping for the explosion, which never came.
Abanilia with a great spin move. So now, LaSalle's point guard starting to produce.
That is a major factor which was missing in game number 1. Meanwhile, this is the big man, Villarreal. The shot won't go. Rebound controlled by LaSalle. Cardell had to crash to the floor to secure it. And here is the big man. Dinglasan goes to Lago. Lago, he played a fine first half. The push shot is good.
Lago is so deceptive in the way he moves that you will have to try and come closer to him because he can hit that 10 to 12 footer all night.
He has 14 points. They must not allow him to shoot.
No screens for Villarreal.
Aguilar is forced to shoot from the outside.
At his range.
Pitch to Rafa Dinglasan. He's short. He tries to get it back. Ravena.
Somebody almost had his head taken off.
Could have been one of our friends along the press.
So you want a good view, huh? Ravena with a near steal. They're double teaming Limpot, but he gets away.
He was talking about intensity with Kathy De Leon. I guess it's clear now. Gudilia, Ravena. Aguilar could have been charged with an illegal screen there. Gudilia drop pass to nobody.
Well, he was waiting for Escobar to cut in. Foul will be called on Bong Ravena. That'll be his third.
We have a timeout, and it's timeout for Sustagen with 23 Resistencia Builders. Back 52 to 45. We find LaSalle in front and trying to hang on. UE continues to just hang around, Butch.
Yes, and with a 7-point lead, Nadurata did not want LaSalle to break away and hence to stop the momentum. Called an early timeout, very early. Less than 3 minutes have gone by.
Noel Nadurata seems to continue to be a picture of serenity. Meanwhile, everybody again standing up. It's like the wave. Abanilia. Jonathan Cardell. It still won't come. Limpot against 3. He is fouled. Imagine he got it against 3.
Yes. Foul is called on Aguilar. That's second on Aguilar. 14 fouls now for UE. LaSalle still clean.
Dinglasan still can't buy a basket. Jonadel.
And Aguilar secures the ball for UE.
Ravena spins around. Oh boy, those long hands helped him to keep the ball from going out. De Los Santos, he hit one earlier from 15, forced to change his shot.
Excellent defense by LaSalle, now coming to the 4.
Abanilia, no! Picked up by Ravena.
Well, LaSalle's last couple of attempts have been unlucky.
Yes, that's the right word, unlucky. But this one is not so unlucky. Mikasa, the official basketball of the 53rd UAAP. De Los Santos, yes.
They need some outside shooting, and De Los Santos can provide that for UE.
And I think Chino Trinidad made an excellent assessment earlier when he said that both coaches wanted all their players not to mind the game. UE controls. Dinglasan has been very unlucky.
Yes. Fortunately for LaSalle, they have a lot of gunners there. Villaplan is getting ready to check in. Between the legs pass by Villarreal.
Side steps. Air ball. Limpot controls. Zia Banilla. Oh boy, Cardell with a hard ball.
John holding on to his head. Well, maybe someone should ask Cardell if he knows where he is.
What time it is? What date it is? Galing mo na talaga sa boxing, partner.
Well, the date is a little hard. Sometimes I don't even know what day it is.
Okay, we're going to get to a look at our co-ed of the game in just a short while, okay? Meanwhile, Cardell is on the line. Jonathan Cardell. Destined to be one of the most popular cages here in this country. Five-point lead by LaSalle. Make that 6 as Cardell nets the second.
Escobar's back on the floor for UE. Nadurata doing a masterful job of shuffling his people. Loose ball foul on Aguilar is his third.
And this lovely face belongs to Jasmine Aquino from UE, first-year pre-dentistry student. And she likes to cheer for UE and Victor Villarreal. And that's Jasmine Aquino, our co-ed of the game. Abanilla. June Limpot, top of the key. They go to Cardell. Time down to 14 and 57. Via Planas attempt won't go.
And there's going to be a loose ball foul on Dwight Lago. His third. Ting Hohilia is sent back into the ball game for Lito Aguilar on the side of UE. Smaller lineup.
Yes. What could the Roel Nadurata be telling his players, Butch?
Well, probably telling them to shore up the defense and get some good shots off. Probably get Villarreal into the offense.
Meanwhile, here's Ohilia. Ravena with that familiar dipsy do. Okay, we'll tell you something about a very interesting boxing match, and it's going to be shown to you at the Manila Midtown Hotel. And this is the heavyweight fight involving James Buster Douglas against Evander Holyfield for the WBC Heavyweight Championship. That's Friday, October 26th at 9 in the morning with no commercial interruption. This is a familiar thing they do in the States, Butch.
Yes.
Closed circuit TV.
Pay-per-view.
Abanilla, yes!
Now it's an 8-point lead for LaSalle. The Archers slowly but surely pulling away again. UE needs a basket in this possession.
Ravena goes to Escobar, who misses at very close range. Abanilla to Cardell. Back to Lago, who pulls up, misses. Pass deflected by Cardell.
Rough and tumble basketball now.
Abanilla. Cardell.
That was a long-range three-pointer.
De Los Santos.
This is the guy that has to get going for UE.
So far, Villarreal has a total of 16. Escobar.
Limpot did not challenge him on that play. Still within striking distance. Score is 55-49.
Meanwhile, Via Plana. Yes! 57-49.
And Nadurata, that was a reaction shot showing we did the best we could on defense, but they still made it.
Here's Ohilia. He's been the silent one.
Yes.
Ravena. Casual jumper. Underneath.
Ohilia was too deep. Here comes the LaSalle wave.
Via Plana safely now to Limpot, who had to scamper for it. Limpot with a shuffle against Escobar. The jumper, this will not go. Rebound controlled by Ravena. Ravena already with 6 rebounds in the ball game.
Turnover by Villarreal.
A missing factor here is the production of Ohilia, who had 14 points in game number 1.
I wish they wouldn't throw coins.
Yes.
There's a coin there.
How much?
25 centavos.
Well, good for 1 telephone call plus 2 other 25 centavo coins.
Lago gives LaSalle a 10-point lead now.
No, you made a good point. Nobody should throw coins onto the floor. 59-49. Ohilia, still nothing. Limpot controls.
And UE now hurrying their shots.
Lago!
It's counted with an offensive foul on Dwight Lago. It's going to be 4 on Dwight Lago. He's pulled out by Arnel Guste with 11:37 to go.
And listen to LaSalle. Well, UE has been extremely quiet for the past 2 or 3 minutes, both on the court and off the court. (61-49). LaSalle is in front. The lead is 12. Biggest lead was 14.
Risky pass.
Cedilla, no.
Bad luck for UE that time. Let's see who the foul was against.
It's on Guste. He's second.
Ravena is inserted back into the ball game for Raymond Des.
You know, I listen to a lot of players, both on the collegiate and at the commercial league level. They say that they just shut out the crowd, but I don't think you can just shut out this crowd.
Yes.
Well, Cedilla did.
This crowd is loud.
And they answered that. That's why we are called the crowd.
Yes.
61-50, an 11-point lead. Guste. Excellent view from the top. Limpot. And Villarreal gets it. Lead pass to Cedilla. Tapped out by a green shirt. It will stay with UE.
Guste coming down quickly on defense to spoil that possible fast break by UE.
Here's Cedilla. Ravena, Escobar. Cedilla. Villarreal.
10 on the shot clock.
He pops. Rims out. Guste, yes!
With a foul to boot from Villarreal.
One of the biggest joys of any player is to have his college cheer out his name. This is Guste. What a game he has played.
Yes.
Not too many points, Butch, but a little of everything.
Especially rebounds and running the break. Also defense.
Ravena. It's a 13-point lead. It's still possible for UE to get back.
Oh, definitely. We're not yet at the halfway point of the first half, of the second half. But their entry passes have been continuously batted away.
Lasalle's zone has been airtight. Ravena is hijacked in the air.
Foul is called on Guste. It's going to be his third.
We have a LaSalle fan behind us. And here's Ravena on the line. This guy is a veteran.
Yes. Ferdinand Bong Ravena is 21 years old.
Well, he was already made it to the national team.
The youth team.
Yes, together with June Limpot. Here's Via Plana. No. Well-run play by LaSalle, though. Foul in the backcourt.
Limpot giving up his third personal foul. Not yet in penalties, so it's just a sideline inbound for UE.
It is Ravena together with Kidilia. Also on the floor is Velasquez for UE. Escobar is there together with Marcadeus, who's seeing action for the first time.
Guste is called for a personal. That's his fourth. And this is the 17th foul for LaSalle, so they enter the penalty as well with 9:39 to go. .37. Velasquez. Ravena trying to post up against Cardell. Defense of LaSalle really tight now.
Short stab, no. Cardell embraces the basketball. Into Villaplana's hands. Limpot with a spin around. He lost control. Excellent defense by UE for a change.
Traveling violation on Ravena. The pressure may be getting to the Warriors.
It's not only physical, as we always point out. It's also mental. Limpot tries to shake off Escobar, has nowhere to go. Ball lands in the hands of Abanilla.
Traveling on Cardell. Villarreal is sent back in for Marcadejas. And UE must make their stand beginning now. 8:51 to go.
Gudilia jumps a pass to Velasquez. Velasquez, Ravena is asking for it. Villaplana brings up the defense for LaSalle. Escobar with a difficult shot. This will not go. Limpot.
Shots have not been dropping for Escobar.
And for a number of UE players. Here's Jonas Mariano to Guste. Abanilla launching, missing. Picked up by LaSalle. Jonas Mariano kicks it safely outside. And they will reset. Limpot with a shuffle, a basket!
13-point lead now for LaSalle.
And no apparent change in the fortunes for UE, Butch.
Abanilla is called for a foul, yes. They're not able to execute their offense because LaSalle players are always in their face.
Abanilla now replaced by Monasterio. It seems to me that Derek Pumaran is pressing every button and every button seems to be working.
Yes. UE must also start making their share of free throws. 1 and 1 for Kidilia.
And Kidilia is telling Escobar, come on, we can still do it. But it will have to start from the 15-foot line.
Yes. And Kidilia just said hi to Malu and Marnie.
To Malu and Marnie. And if I caught the ball, I'd shoot it. Let's go, Guste! Go, Guste! Here's Teddy Monasterio. Mariano. Guste.
Monasterio just led by Kidilia. 7 points now for him.
Ravena. Execution of UE has been thwarted by the defense of LaSalle.
Yes. There's a ceasefire.
And a timeout called by LaSalle. We'll be right back. Timeout for Sustagen with 23 Resistencia Builders.
Continues.
Finals of the 53rd UAAP. LaSalle leading 67-52 against the UE Warriors. Needing only to win today to get that back-to-back. Butch Maniego.
Well, UE is in the same boat. They only need to win today to climax a long climb, but their free throw shooting has been their Waterloo today. It was UE that called that timeout. That was their last timeout in this game.
67-53, 7:12 to go.
Mariano with a slip.
Ravena. He does that so well.
Yes. I thought for a moment he was going to dunk.
Well, on several occasions we've seen that. We thought that he'd dunk, but he doesn't gamble with those things. They cannot afford to do so now.
Yes.
Villaplana, touch pass to Mariano, left-handed stab, rimming out. Picked up now by De Los Santos. They go now to Villarreal. Oh boy, tough luck. What happened, Butch? It's an offensive foul.
Yes, it's going to be the fourth on Villarreal. 1-and-1 situation for Mariano. Jonas Mariano, his dad played for UE.
Have you seen him here today?
No. I cannot pick anybody out from this big crowd.
Well, anybody 6'4", huh?
Yes.
Jonas hits both. 69-55. Time down to 6.5. The basketball tournament of the 53rd UAAP winding down to its final moments. Escobar crashes in.
Gets the basket and a foul. This is where UE must race their game.
We have the 5th personal foul of Guste, and we will have a 1-minute lull between the chance to field in a new player. We'll be right back.
Championship match now continues.
You hear that noise, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming here from the 53rd UAAP. Bearing front 69-57. Limpot misses.
3-on-2 break. UE is within 10 points again with 5:54 to go. Still an eternity of basketball in the 53rd UAAP.
They go over now to Jonas Mariano. Jonas comes to a halt. Monasterio is fouled by Kidilia.
Third foul on John Kidilia. 1-and-1 situation. Foul trouble picture. Well, Guste is gone. Castello, Lago, and Bachman with 4 each.
Monasterio will be on the line.
UE secures it.
As they move forward, Villarreal.
He lost it.
And now they go over to Lago. Yeah!
And Dwight Lago once again coming through.
He misses it. 71-59 is our count.
UE shooting only 21% here in the second half, and that has contributed to their downfall.
Los Santos goes to Villarreal. Padilla. The zone is killing UE.
There's going to be a foul called. There's going to be Villaplana committing a foul. Villarreal, the league's finest free throw shooter. Let's see if he can cope with the pressure.
Well, Butch Maniago, there are days like that.
Yes. If UE should go on to lose this game, they should look no further than 15 feet away. The distance between the foul line and the ring. Near steal by UE.
What a serve! What a serve! Mariano with a bonus. He's also left-handed, Butch.
Yes. Once again, a 14-point lead for the Archers. Time is running out on the game, UE Warriors.
Ohilia, triple V. Yes, finally.
LaSalle must be careful. They should not allow UE to come back close, because if it becomes a close game, anything could happen.
Well, UE once led by 18, only to be pursued by LaSalle.
But they had the entire second half to do so.
That's true, and now the signal by Roel Nadorata is go 3. No other place to go. This one won't go. Rebound, no. Mariano. Lago. No. Escobar. Yes! Back-to-back triples by Ohilia pulls UE to within 8 with 3:35 to go. And you can see the red and white flags being unfolded. And that's going to be the final foul of Kidilia. No, that's going to be the 4th foul on Kidilia. And LaSalle will waive it.
Abanilla is put back into the ball game for Monasterio. Yes, LaSalle will waive with 3.5 minutes to go.
Mariano to Abanilla. Abanilla. And a foul. Looks like it will be against Mariano.
Ohilia is hurt. He's down on the floor. Mariano will be pulled out by Cardell.
And Roel Nadorata is whispering to him something.
Ohilia has hit 2 3-point shots that has given UE fresh hope with 3:18 to go.
74-66. Time remaining 3 minutes, 18 seconds.
Well, this is Ohilia's final year with the Warriors. He wants to go out with a bang.
With a flourish. Well, I think, has he played for any PBL team?
Yes, he played for Asia Overseas Transport, which used to be a PBL team. But I think this is the end for him,
as far as collegiate basketball is concerned.
2 free throws for Ohilia and ball possession for UE. That was a big foul. Ohilia with 8 straight points, and UE will have ball possession, 3:18 to go. We still have a ball game in our hands, Seb.
Yes, and suddenly a rebirth by the red and white flags. You can see on your screens, this inbound display will be vital. 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go.
They're trying to set up Ohilia. Great football kick.
He almost said kabisada.
Yes, which is a head shot.
(74-68). The time remaining 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Medilia, Ravena, Ohilia.
They're marking him tightly now.
He'll fire, miss. Pick up Ravena, yes.
It's just a 4-point lead now, 10-0 run by UE.
Cardell, over now to Dwight Lago. Lago has nowhere to go. Lago shoots, makes it!
With a foul on Villarias. That's gonna be the 5th and final foul for Vic Villarias.
We will have a 1-minute break before a change is made. We'll be right back.
Championship match now continues.
Don't forget that Mikasa is the official basketball of the 53rd UAAP. And what a 53rd UAAP it has been. This game is far from over. Dwight Lago delivered a rally breaker. It is now 76-70 in favor of LaSalle. 2:35 remaining. The timeout situation, no more for UE.
Yes.
While LaSalle has not yet called their timeouts.
Aguilar has come in for Villarias. Big factor in the second half of LaSalle. They limited Villarias to only 1 point in the entire second half.
Missed by Lago. Villarias is also gone on 5 personal fouls. And we have a host of giants for UE, Butch.
Yes. Aguilar, Escobar, and Ravena are on the floor at the same time. Ohilia, they're marking him now. Only 10 on the shot clock.
Ravena.
No time to be shy now.
Shot clock down to 4. Ohilia won't go. Picked up by Kedilia. He tries to dance out of it, recovers it. And we're into the last 2 minutes. The last 2 minutes brought to you by Fossilite B. It helps sharpen your memory.
Time remaining on the lower right-hand corner of your screen, 1:56.
Here's Kedilia.
I think they should use Ohilia as a decoy.
Might be a good option. You know, after this ball game, we're going to have 23,002 people hoarse and without voices for the next week. Escobar.
Good gamble by UE.
76-72, a minute and a half to go.
LaSalle will play the clock. UE needs a turnover.
15 on the shot clock. Cardell, Limpot, isolated, back to Cardell!
Time for threes now.
Ravena squeezes in.
Ravena looking for a three-point play, not getting it. A minute to go.
Abanilla. Midilla has been a constant presence. Cardell. Shot clock reads 14. Cardell.
Offensive foul against Cardell with 42 seconds to go. Excellent defensive position by Ting Hohilia. UE, remember, is out of timeouts. You cannot waste the clock.
Roelda Duranta signals the play. Here's Hohilia.
Isolation on Ravena. He dribbles the ball off his foot.
Abanilla. A foul on Midilla.
LaSalle will wave. That's the fifth personal foul on Quidilla. De Los Santos could be sent in.
And we will have a 1-minute break, but instead of turning over, okay, we shall be right back.
The championship match now continues.
Only 27 seconds remaining, Seb.
And Roelda Duranta has coached a fine game.
Yes.
It's just that some areas, like foul shooting, really hurt him.
If UE had made half of the free throws they had missed in the second half, this would have been a different ball game. Lago will inbound. Always a good option to have a big guy throwing in because he can see more of the floor.
Okay.
Right in front of us.
Cardell pops out. The pass to Abanilla, foul of De Los Santos. They will wave again.
Yes. Well, this is probably the last UAAP tournament where we will see the wave because of the changes in the rules internationally.
The Monasterio will be sent in.
Extra ball handler will come in for Villa Plana.
They go to Limpot. He's fouled.
Fouled by De Los Santos. They will wave again. 22 seconds.
Going for the back-to-back. Abanilla in trouble.
Fouled by De Los Santos. 19 seconds to go. What is it?
We have 5 personal fouls there
on De Los Santos. Marcadeas will get into the ball game.
And we shall keep rolling. We shall have the inbound. It was a quick powwow by Coach Derek Pumaran. Teddy Monasterio, foul.
The reason they foul is maybe the law of averages will catch up with LaSalle and they will make a bad inbound, but that's been 5 successful inbounds LaSalle has made here in this last 6 seconds.
They go to Abanilla.
It loses it.
Yes, and the law of averages, you were talking about it.
16 seconds to go. UE down by 4.
Ohilia. No. Rebound Monasterio.
That's it. LaSalle has their back-to-back. 5 seconds to go.
1 second.
Yes.
And it's official. LaSalle has just won the 53rd UAAP and their back-to-back championship. Jubilation all around. We shall try to get interviews with all the important people who made this championship possible. We shall pause for these reminders. Again, the final score 78-74. We'll be right back.
The championship match now continues.
There it is, Butch Maniego. LaSalle takes the back-to-back.
It's been a long time in coming. 6 decades of waiting.
Well, Cathy De Leon will try to get some of the important people who helped create this back-to-back. Derek Pumarin, of course, who has always been shy about interviews.
But maybe not now. Well, every time Magnolia has won the PBL, he has acceded to being talked to.
Okay.
You get a free entrance.
Okay. The celebration continues. And we can see Rafa Dinglas. I think Rafa is a senior.
Yes.
He's right there on top.
Everybody is also invited to faces, all Lasallites, free entrance.
I think I heard the magic word. LaSalle really deserves this championship. They've overcome a lot of adversity to get to this point.
And some of the UE players are still on the floor. They're over there at the other basket. I think they all want to receive that runner-up trophy together.
They were not expected to get this far.
Yes, I think we have to admit also that we did not expect them to go this far. But I think Roel Nadorata, I cannot say enough about what a fine job he has done for this UE team.
That's correct. Our preseason forecast had LaSalle as the odds-on favorite with the possibility of FEU and Adamson probably crowding them out. UE and Ateneo were bunched together.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can go over to the Master of Ceremonies there for the final awarding presentation.
There'll be a mythical 5 for the UAAP.
Okay.
Let's try to listen.
Okay, but meanwhile, I think Cathy De Leon is ready. Let's move over to Catherine. Catherine?
Okay, the best player of the game is Dwight Lago. Congratulations, Dwight, for playing a very, very good game for LaSalle.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts about the game, and how do you feel about completing this back-to-back championship title run?
Well, we went through a lot of hardships this year. As you know, the three-game protest, so we had to just come back and play. It's a good win for us.
What can you say about the UE Warriors as your opponents in this championship?
Very strong team, the first 5 especially. That's the team I was most worried about when we were going into the finals.
Are we going to see action from you in the UAAP next year?
Yeah, I'll be back.
And what about Magnolia? I heard that you have been recruited for Magnolia also.
Yeah, I'm playing for them. In fact, we have a game tomorrow night.
Congratulations again, and congratulations for winning the best player of the game.
Thank you.
Now back to the panel.
Okay, let's see if we can get the awardings over there. Ateneo taking third spot, huh?
Yes, and they have a young team. Of course, they will lose some big names like Rosella
Reyes
together with, I believe, Mendoza, who are also leaving. But Ateneo already has the core of a fine contending group in the future.
Okay, first runner-up will definitely go to UE.
Yes. They did an excellent job.
A fine team, an excellent team that worked together. They felt that they could beat LaSalle. I did not see any other team in the 53rd UAAP that exuded as much confidence as their coach and this unit that felt and believed that they could beat LaSalle. But
actually, only 3 teams were able to take LaSalle
to the limit.
One of them, of course, is UE, which managed eventually to win 1 game. FEU also almost pulled off the 2 wins.
Okay, Ohilia, who is the
team captain,
yes. And he's a graduating student. It is now official. LaSalle has taken the 52nd and the 53rd UAAP basketball titles.
So next year they're going for a Grand Slam.
Well, again, this seems to be a thing that cannot be beaten, except UE, which has won a string of crowns.
They won something like 8 or 9 in a row.
Now that the championship trophy is being raised, Dr. Rosario Lamog was there. And now let's move over to Catherine De Leon, who is with, I believe, Derek Pumaran. Kathy?
Okay, Coach Derek Pumaran, the man who led his team to victory, is here with me. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
How does it feel to get this back-to-back championship for LaSalle?
Well, I'm really happy that we didn't make it last Sunday, but it's better late than never.
Prior to the game, what were your thoughts about your boys and about the chances that you will bag the championship?
Well, I think it really depends on the attitude of the boys. I don't think the boys wanted it to win last Sunday. Pero today they came out and ready to play. We had a good start, and I think we have to win 1 more game for the UAAP board because we've won 14 straight games, and I think to be champion now, you have to win 1 more game to get 15 wins.
Okay. Now, Coach, let me just ask you this very important question. Will you continue on coaching LaSalle next year? I know that you're so busy these days because you've now been recruited to the PBA.
Well, depends on my boys if they still want me around.
Okay, congratulations again, Coach, and wish you all the best. At this point, let me now turn you back to the panel.
Okay, everybody here, especially the green and white on the floor, seems to be very happy with what has happened. LaSalle eventually winning. You missed the numbers. What's the final score again?
Well, the final score was 78 to 74.
Yeah, 78 to 74. So, for and in behalf of Vintage Enterprises, which handled the line production for this, in behalf of Campana Television here on Islands TV 13, our directors, Ramon Romano, June Bigayan, our production supplier, TV facilities, consolidated video, care of Freddy Maranan, all of our production staff who have done extremely well and have enjoyed. I think this is one of the projects that we truly enjoyed, the 53rd UAAP. Congratulations, LaSalle, and for and behalf of all of us, we will see you soon for the 54th season. We hope. We'll see you.